everyone and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Katarina. I'm filming today in a really different spot. I'm actually filming in our living room. If you saw my last video, it was organizing my new vanity, and my new vanity is in our bedroom, and that is my new official filming spot. However, my son still sleeps in our bedroom for a couple of more weeks probably before we move him into his own room. So I'm filming today in the evening and he is already sleeping. So today we are continuing my wardrobe decluttering series, and we will go through all of the sleeveless tops, tank tops, camisoles, all of that. I was supposed to do this in same part with t-shirts. However, I ended up having more in this category than I thought. I will say a lot of these things that I will talk about today I had packed away to storage so that I could later take the items to thrift store and try to sell them. However, when I pulled out everything, it was more what I really thought I would have. I'm filming today on April 21st. The last 2 days we have had snow and it has been -degrees. And the weather is just horrible. So it feels a little bit weird to be sitting here in a camisole when it's like winter outside. And I will say this is a category that has been kind of like out of control for me for a majority of my life. In the past, I used to buy a lot of different tops because I feel that is something that clothing stores often do for affordable price. A lot of the things that I had in the past I don't even have anymore, but I was always so tempted to buy new fun tops to film in, for example, or when I was way younger I used to buy party tops. That's why I feel this category is a little bit out of control, because they were kind of like my weak spot. But let's start going through this. First is this cropped rib H&M top. This one is a little bit older piece. This kind of top is something that I would typically only wear for layering under something else, like under a sweater. However, I rarely do that. And I do have the same one in beige, which is way more my colors. Pure white is something that, apart from one linen shirt, I have decided the color does not have a place in my wardrobe. So here is another pure white top. So this is a declutter. So in 2020s I was more into this kind of like loose fitted tank tops, but not anymore. I prefer something that is fitted. Camisoles I like to be kind of relaxed, but when it comes to tank tops I do prefer fitted ones. And yeah, this one also, because it's loose, it's cotton, it would need to be steamed or ironed, so not my thing. Then I do have something that I thrifted pretty recently. I think it was in really beginning of the year. I don't now remember the brand of this one, but it is this ripped basic tank top with these spaghetti straps. This is in ivory, which is way better white for me, and I really do like this one. I actually was worried that I wouldn't fit into this. I have tried to lose some of the baby weight that I have gained. So this is totally something that in summer I could wear it on its own, but then it's great for layering throughout the entire year. So this one I am going to keep. Okay, so this is one of my favorite tops in my entire collection. This is this ribbed knitted kind of like crew neck top, little bit shorter. This one is from H&M. It's a little bit older piece and I have gotten a ton wear out of it, and I just absolutely do love it. I do really love knitted tank tops. I feel the knitted material makes it look a little bit more sophisticated compared to just pure cotton or something. Yeah, I really do enjoy this. I think this is such a versatile piece that goes with a lot of different bottoms, and it's something that I can wear in the summer on its own, or then I can layer it with other things throughout the entire year. So I'm going to keep this. Also, the color is, it's not really ivory like the previous one, but this one is kind of like a warmer creamy white. Okay, so here we do have a camisole from H&M. This one is a little bit older piece and I don't love it. However, I'm going to keep it for now. What I don't really like about this one is the neckline. Compared to the camisole that I'm wearing today, the fabric kind of starts from higher. When I layer it, I think it just looks a little bit awkward. Each time when I put a cardigan on top, I just really hate how it looks. However, in summer I do like it if I don't have to layer. So I'm going to keep this one for now, but I am looking for a replacement. Then we do have this velvet camisole, and this one now has the type of neckline that I really do enjoy. It's an old H&M piece. I really do like this. The color is great for me. All of these beiges, I think they work really well. And I do think for me this kind of little bit shinier material works great. So this one I am going to keep. And here we do have the same top than the very first one, but this one is in beige color. This is something that I would really only wear under something else, but I do like this for that, and I am going to keep it. The next beige top that I have is a newer one. I don't now remember the brand, but I bought it from Zalando. So it is this beige knitted kind of like turtleneck or mock neck. This one is great for layering. I also can imagine myself in summer wearing this on its own. And I would actually love to have this same one in ivory and in black. I do prefer sleeveless tops over t-shirts for layering. And these would be great to layer with cardigans, with blazers. Next we do have a tank top from H&M that I was a little bit on a hens about. I bought multiple of these few years ago. I took multiple different colors and I ordered all of them in same size, but for whatever reason this particular one came in a smaller size. Although it says that it's the same size, it's really smaller. I wouldn't wear this if I don't lose any weight, so we'll see. But for now I decided to hang on to it because I do like the color, and if I happen to lose weight I can see myself getting there out of this. Okay, so this one is the same top actually that I'm wearing today in a different color. It's from New Yorker. When I filmed this, I originally decided to keep this because I really do like the fit and I do like how it looks on myself. However, now that I look at myself, I think this color is just too cool toned for me. It's this kind of like muted purple brown. I don't know if it's cool. I don't know if it's warm. I imagine it's something that it could work for both soft summer and soft autumn. For me as warm autumn, it's not warm enough and I just always feel a little bit off when I wear it. So even though I decided to keep it when I tried on, now that I look myself wearing it, it just does not look right. So I actually am going to declutter it. This next one is a declutter also. This is actually a piece that I thrifted like about a year ago when I wanted to try some spring colors on me. It's not necessarily even spring yellow. I think it might be actually closer to being a summer yellow. So a cool toned light yellow. So yeah, this one is a declutter. Here we do have another yellow top. Now that I look myself wearing this, it looks pretty bright, although I think this one is kind of like an autumn yellow. It's bright, but it's still not like the brightest out there. Well, anyways, I decided to keep it for now. This is another thing that I thrifted. I wore this quite a few times last summer and enjoyed it. This is this really classic kind of like timeless style that the top has. I feel if I want to do a bright color, something like this is maybe better than a top that has a lot of detail going on. Here we do have another one that I was maybe a little bit on a hens about because it's a little bit tight on the breast area. However, I really do love how this looks. This one is thrifted. It's from Esmara. I think it's a brand you can buy from Lidl. I thrifted this without trying it on because the sizing was so that I thought it would fit, but it was actually maybe a little bit smaller than regular sizing that I'm used to. But this is just beautiful. This kind of red I absolutely do love, and this whole style of this camisole I do really love. I do want to keep it because this red is something that I would actually like to have in my wardrobe. Here we do have this purple camisole. It's from Fire Trap. It's something that I have bought years ago, like probably 10 years ago. And well, I don't know if it's the coolest toned purple ever, probably not. It actually maybe has a little bit of warmth, but I just think purple is a really bad color for me. And also this one is maybe a little bit too small. So this is a declutter. Okay, so here we do have the same ribbed tank top than the previous kind of like rosy beige one was. They are the same size, but this one is larger. So it is a dark brown color. It is part of the autumn color palette. However, I decided to declutter this one because I just don't ever really like this when I wear it. I think this dark brown color is something that I do really enjoy, but I think I don't necessarily want to have it in a tank top. I feel this color is something that I would rather have in sweaters, in knitwear. Okay, so here we do have this kind of like olive green top. I will say my pro peaks through this, so I would need to wear a different bra with this one. This one I thrifted pretty recently because I just absolutely fell in love with the color, and I'm going to keep this. I love the color. This kind of almost like puke green is something that only an autumn can pull off, but I just think it's such a gorgeous color. Also, I do like this top. I feel this is something versatile that I could wear on its own in summer, and then I could layer with it different seasons. Here we do have another kind of like khaki green, olive green top. This one is also warm, but this is not nearly as warm as the previous one. This is the same style from H&M that I had, the kind of like creamy off-white top. That is one of my favorites, but I just don't like this top in this color. Maybe this fit, this model is something that I would only like to have in neutral colors, and this for me is not a neutral color. This is a declutter. Okay, so now we got color-wise to the worst possible one, gray. It looks so stunning on people with cool undertone. On me, it just looks horrible. So I'm going to declutter this. Here we do have another H&M top. It is this kind of like loose striped top. I'm going to declutter this. I don't really like the color. I have realized that this kind of small scale stripe on me looks really busy, and yeah, it's just not the best print for me. But here we do have a printed camisole. This is actually something that I thrifted really recently. So it has an off-white creamy base, and then there's some black and gold leaves. This one probably was from Vero Moda. I just really enjoyed this. This is the kind of print that I think looks pretty nice on me because it's kind of like a natural print. Yeah, I really do like this, and I'm going to keep it. But here we do have a declutter. This is actually something that I bought for a festival like closer to 10 years ago. I think it was in 2015. So it is this black top that says love. And I don't even really go to festivals anymore, and even if I went, I think I am too old for this piece. Disclaimer, of course, your age doesn't determine what you can wear and what you cannot wear. But if I feel like this is too youthful piece and it's not something that represents my style, because of that I would never wear this anywhere, so it's a declutter. These next two ones I didn't want to try on, so I'm just going to show them on a hanger. So this one, it is a top, just a really thin cotton top, but it looks like sports bra, and I don't do anything with this kind of piece. I actually do have some sports bras in this style. They are not something that I would really wear for an outfit or for anything. So yeah, I just don't need this. So I'm going to declutter it. It's an old H&M piece. And here we do have a bodysuit that I bought when we were traveling in 2022. We were going to Lindos in the island of Rhodes in Greece. And I bought this one from a small boutique and didn't try it on. I thought that because it says that it's size large and I'm typically size medium, I thought for sure it's going to fit me, and no, this one is way too small for me. My torso is too long. Even if I lost a ton of weight, I still think this one wouldn't fit because it's just too short for me. So sadly this is a declutter, otherwise I actually might like it. But I feel that's often the case for me, that if I try a bodysuit, it just feels that it's a little bit too short. Here we do have one of my favorite tank tops. This is now the same one than the previous H&M ones that I have talked about, but this one was probably a previous batch because this one has a little bit different neckline. I actually do prefer the neckline of this one. So it is just this basic black tank top that I could wear on its own in the summer. I could layer with it, so yeah, I do want to keep it. So here we do have another tank top. This is this basic cotton tank top with more rounded neckline. It's not my favorite, however I'm going to keep it. I think this is something that I would wear in summer if I am just at home, or even other seasons for layering. I don't necessarily want to have too many clothes that I would only wear at home, but I want to have some of those too. On the tank top area, this is the only one like this that I'm going to keep. Okay, then we do have a black camisole. This is the same one than the ivory one, where I said that I don't like the neckline because it's awkward to layer with, and I agree. It's the same thing with this one. Maybe it also is that I have gained weight since I purchased these, but I still feel that the fabric starts too high. However, I do like to wear it in summer on its own, so I am going to keep this one. So as you know by now, in these videos I tend to wear my favorite piece from that specific category. So my favorite piece from my sleeveless tops category is this black lace camisole. This is just from New Yorker, but I really do like how this feels, how this looks, how it fits and everything, how it has adjustable straps. A black lace camisole has been one of my wardrobe staples for years. It's something that in 2010s I specifically loved to layer it with cardigans, even for every day. But nowadays I feel a top like this, although I love it, it's more kind of like special occasion thing. I wouldn't wear it on every day. It's like a special occasion date night filming type of piece, but it's always a staple in my wardrobe. So yeah, of course I'm going to keep this one. It's just such a staple. But then the next piece is a declutter. This is actually something that I bought when we went to Tallinn, Estonia, like 10 years ago or something like that. It is this black top with this kind of like glittery shiny thing on the front. When I said in the beginning of the video that I used to buy party tops when I was way younger, these kind of tops is what I meant. This is not something that I would ever wear on my everyday life. Back then I would wear it to, well, a nightclub or something like that. I don't go partying these days, and even if I went, I would never wear something like this. Sure, I would have something that represents my style better. Okay, but that was everything for today. I think the size of my top collection is now pretty okay. I wouldn't mind adding some things. As I said, there are some things that are on my wish list, but I feel that if I get more tops, then I really need to take a critical look into the ones that I have, because maybe I kept some that I'm kind of on a hence about if they fit or if it's really my style. So if I get more, maybe 10, I would actually want to declutter some of those ones, but for now these are the ones I kept. That is everything for today. Thank you so much for watching this video and see you on my next one. Bye bye.